Tonight we have the story of a long trip, which has been part of a sometimes painful journey. Anne-Marie Berger introduces us to a boy and to the people who brought him here to St. Louis in an effort to fix his body and change his life.
Meet Christian. He's a 9-year-old boy from the Dominican Republic, and he spent 6 months living with the Kemper family of Webster Groves. He's here on a sort of exchange program.
Okay, new cast. Time for everybody to write their name on it.
He has come to St. Louis to change in his old feet for new ones.
He has club feet, but he has normal feet. They're just completely turned inward. And he would walk on, like, his bones here.
Get off shoulder. He could almost jog. It was amazing how he could get around on it, but it looked so painful, and I'm sure it was. And by the end of the day, early on, he would need to start crawling by like dinner time. Yeah. You could tell his feet were worn out, and he couldn't do it anymore.
A club foot is completely turned inward, where if you are weight-bearing like Christian, walking is done on the outside of the ankle and foot, so the bottom of the foot serves no purpose in terms of bearing any weight.
In the U.S., this condition is usually caught in infancy, making it possible to correct it in the first few months of life. But for kids like Christian, born in poorer countries with little medical services available to them, it can result in a lifetime of pain and limited mobility.
But with any luck, those days are coming to an end for Christian. The Missouri chapter of Healing the Children has brought him to St. Louis to get the care he needs.
Healing the Children's mission is to secure medical care for children in need. And we bring doctors to other countries to do surgeries, and we also bring children here where surgeries and care is donated by local hospitals.
Christian is being treated at Shriners Hospital in Frontenac, where each week doctors recast his feet in an attempt to straighten them.
The cast does most of it, but each week when the cast comes off, the foot is just a little bit looser from being in the cast for that period of time, and then we're able to take it just a little bit further each time we come in. Oh, you've already got something.
Does it hurt?
It's the kids often do get fussy with this. It's not a painful manipulation. It's more of a soreness after being immobilized in a cast. So if you can imagine your own arm or leg in a cast for several weeks, it's stiff when it comes out. And that's really most of the discomfort, more so than pain with manipulation. So we've been slowly stretching his foot out to the side, and now we have it pointed where it's at least straight ahead as opposed to the club position. So he's made a lot of improvement over the last several weeks.
A few months into the casting, the doctors are pleased with the transformation. However, Christian's is an extreme case, and it's too soon to tell whether the casting and later surgery will be successful.
The very first doctor appointment, the doctor had said there was a risk of amputation.
He has sort of two strengths against him with using this method, and number one is his age. So again, the tissues get less resilient to stretching as they get older. And number two, he's had a major surgery before.
But they did not work, and his feet went back to the severely clubbed position. And on top of that, from those surgeries, he's had a lot of nerve damage, muscle damage, and so on, that made it really difficult for the doctors here.
Healing the Children Missouri was founded by Kathy Corbett in 2004 after her own child required surgery. She realized there were children in the world like her own who had treatable conditions but weren't getting the medical care they needed to live more comfortably or even survive. But overcoming the physical hurdle is only a part of the challenge for kids like Christian. He's a 9-year-old boy living in a foreign country without his family. His parents were unable to travel with him because they couldn't leave their jobs. However, he is living with a great family with 3 instant brothers, but ones he didn't know. He doesn't speak English, and the Kempers don't speak Spanish.
Christian, how does yours look? Ooh.
Muy bien.
Nice.
All right, yes. The first, communications, we realized, oh my gosh, we don't understand one word that this child is saying. His first night, we got home. I mean, he sacked out probably I don't know, 5 minutes after he hit the bed. And then about 4 in the morning, we woke up and we heard him crying in his bed. It was so sad, you know, because he's waking up in a strange house, doesn't know the people. And so, you know, we get him and we put him in our bed and he was probably scared to death, thinking like, who are these people, you know, that have me in their bed?
What do we ride in? What do we ride in? What is this?
Lo.
R-A.
Carro.
Most of the international kids Healing the Children brings to St. Louis don't speak English, and they also come from very different cultures.
These children are coming from places that don't have drinking fountains, don't have running water, their families wash their clothes on a rock.
The first day he was here, and he turned the water on the sink in the kitchen on and off. He did that, I bet, for 5 minutes.
Until the faucet broke off.
He did things that flushing a toilet, you know, adios, as it went away.
Yeah.
Hosting Christian has been an adjustment for the Kempers as well. They compared the first few weeks of his stay to having a 9-year-old toddler. Christian was frustrated with not being able to communicate, and they were frustrated he didn't understand them.
Lo siento, please. But, you know, now we're 3 months into it, and we can converse now. He speaks a little bit of English. We've picked up some of his words, so it's good.
But without the host family, without the Kempers, Christian wouldn't get the help he needs.
You know, I'd say the host families are right up there with the doctor and the hospital that donate their time. Without the host families, we couldn't help as many children that we do, because they need a family to love them. They need someone to bring them to all their doctor's appointments. They need someone to question the doctor.
The casting only partially corrected Christian's feet, so in March he had surgery here at Shriners Hospital, and it wasn't an easy road. It was painful, and he spent 8 weeks in full leg casts, unable to bear any weight on them. But the surgery, it was successful. Christian was able to keep his feet, and now they're straight.
I was surprised when I saw his feet without the cast, how straight they were, how good they look. I mean, he's got regular toes. It looks just like a normal kid.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
After the casts were removed, Christian was fitted with leg braces, and basically he had to learn to walk for the first time, balancing on 2 new feet, and no one was happier than him.
So we went to the little prosthetic area, and they put the socks on and the braces on, and then the shoes, and he looked down at his feet, and he's like, "Oh, no hurt, Mama." And it was so beautiful, and to see his face just looking at his feet, and he still does. He stares at his feet all the time. It's very cute.
You want to get new shoes?
Like these? Christian, these? You like these?
No.
You like these?
Oh, stop it.
You want
What
those?
about mine?
No.
You want some heels?
No.
Christian.
Christian, what about mine? No.
So Christian got what he came for, and then some. But his time in the Kemper family was always going to be temporary, and in June would be going home to his parents and brother and sister in the Dominican Republic.
Some days I'll just think about having to say goodbye to him, and I just get all very, very teary. But I know that's why he came here, was for a medical reason, and we were here to provide that support and love and nurturing. And I think we've done our job.
Are you glad you've done this?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It'll be hard to say goodbye, but it'll be good.